Yo, YouTube, today I want to give my honest review of Monster Hunter Wilds. With just a few days left before the game officially launches, I thought that I would give my honest review to the people that didn't have a chance to play any of the betas. I have logged countless hours over the numerous betas that have come out for Monster Hunter Wilds, and I think I have a good grasp of what the game will feel like. This is going to be a pretty candid rant about the game in general. I'm just going to have some chill gameplay footage from the last beta in the background. It's going to be some real just second monitor type of video. But let's get into it. The very first thing that I noticed about the game when I booted it up for the first time was how alive it felt. And like a lot of people, that's also what made me fall in love with Monster Hunter World for the very first time. Just the living, breathing world of Monster Hunter is like no other game. I really think that we lost it whenever we went over to Rise. For me, Rise felt like a Switch game. And obviously it was made for the Switch, but it really felt like the Switch. The combat was really satisfying in Rise with the wire bug, but honestly, other than the combat, I wasn't a huge fan. Just because I wasn't a huge fan of the environment in the world, in the ecosystem, I think it really took a big hit, and I think it really brought down the actual game for me. But Wilds is like World, but on steroids. It feels so alive. This seamless open world is probably the best thing to happen to Monster Hunter since they've invented the game, in my opinion. It is absolutely just incredible the way the game feels with the seamless open world, the multiple monsters running around, the turf wars that are back. It's incredible to say the least, honestly. And I'm really looking forward to everybody experiencing the living ecosystem that Wilds is going to be. Another thing that I think that was really big for me in the beta was how every weapon felt. I think that Monster Hunter Wilds will be looked back on as the peak for pretty much every single weapon. I think that they've learned so much over the last, 6 years since Worlds dropped. Even though I know that World isn't the very first game, but it is the first game that really brought it into the mainstream, in my opinion, and it's what a lot of people hold their standard for their weapons to. I think that Wild is going to blow the last 6 years of Monster Hunter out of the park with the weapon design. I think they feel incredible. I think the new focus system is absolutely insane. I think it makes everything feel so good and so fluid. The new perfect guard and offset mechanics is what I think that the game was missing as far as skill expression in the combat side. Another really cool thing about Monster Hunter Wilds is actually the monster design that I've seen so far. I think that the monsters feel incredible. I mean, Arkveld is one of those monsters that you really just walk away from it and you're like, oh my god, this is an incredible experience that I'll never forget in gaming. Like, this is one of those bosses that you just don't get in any other game, I think. And that's just the surface level, right? Everybody knows that the flagship boss, even though it's the end of the game type of thing, it's the surface level end game, right? I just really think that people are going to walk away from that fight thinking that it's one of the best fights that the franchise has to offer. And that's not even really getting into how the fight feels with the brand new weather mechanics that are in the game. Like, the fight is already really good, but then you dive into like the living, breathing world and like the dynamic weather changing. It's incredible. It's actually blown away. I'm so excited for this game. I think it's going to be so good. I've obviously stated my opinion on it could be a contender for Game of the Year. Some people don't agree with me. That's where I stand on. I'm standing on it. I think the game is absolutely insane. I think it's going to be so good, and I'm so hyped for it. And I really think that what we've seen from the beta is just a glimpse. Obviously, it wasn't the full game, but I think it's going to knock everybody's expectations out of the park when it comes to what we think that this game can do and what it actually will do. Like I said, this is just a pretty candid video rant on my review of the game. I think it's absolutely insane what I've played so far. I can't wait to play it. I'm going to be playing it on live every single day. I'm going to be continuously making daily videos for it. So if you like my content, if you want to watch me play it live, you can check out my Twitch in my description. And if you like this video, you like this little mini review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Later.